Hey, everybody. Welcome to Danette's Kitchen again. It is another Minnesota day. What can I say? The current temperature looks like it's 26 degrees. All is snowy. Oh, it just warmed up a little bit. It's 27. We're in the midst of a winter weather advisory again. Yes, another snowstorm. It's Minnesota. It's what we do. It's what we have. This is the place to come if you want to see the real thing. This is a great place for movies to be made because the snow is everywhere and it's white and it's beautiful and it glistens. Yes, snow can really glisten. Not making it up. But you see, I got my gloves that can be fingerless, give me more dexterity to do all the things that I need to do. I am literally just getting in the door. But like I said, it's another snow emergency. And sometimes they say it's a snow emergency and it's like, look out the window. It'll snow and it'll probably melt. Not today. Like I said, it's 27 degrees out right now. It's kind of snowing on and off. We had a big dumping this morning after I got to work. It may warm up. It may snow again more. But I tell you what's going on outside right now. People are getting stuck in their cars. The snow about that much fell. What's that like? 4 or 5 inches. We had a decent amount of accumulation considering the recent other snow advisories and winter weather advisories, as they nicely put it here. We're doing like our little chain mail, just making sure everybody makes it home safe. Most people that live further out are just getting home, but they left work 2 hours ago. I live what would be a 5-minute bike ride, especially with the e-bike, or 3 to 5 minute car drive in good weather. It took me about 20 minutes to get that same distance, which is just a mile, basically. So it took me about 22 minutes. And I did sort of get stuck once, and then I had to do the whole rocking thing with the car and not punching it, but slightly accelerating to get it moving and keep it moving at a low speed. But I made it. I passed a lot of vehicles that were stuck on the way. But what do you do in weather like this? And I know that the weather is not like this, or to my knowledge, in places in sunny California or in Arizona or Florida, New Mexico. What's considered as even cold in those places is different from how it is here. But when the weather's like this here, or when we get a forecast that it's going to be like this here, we dress in layers. You see, I got my big knit poncho cape, matching knit hat, just trying to keep my hair out of my face. It may look crazy up under there, but hey, it's my hair. Got another top on underneath that. Have on slacks, long socks. Wool socks are the best if you have them, because the wool will wick away that water so that the moisture from the snow doesn't become moisture on your skin, because you really don't want that, because then it gets really uncomfortable and difficult. Mittens or gloves or both. There have been years when I've worn the knit gloves and then put the knit mittens on top of it. Yeah, sometimes it's like that, and you got to do that, so you can make it to your destination. Have a scarf around the neck, or like this, My ponchos have a nice thick piece that can pull up over the face, and those neck warmers that I make with the cute little buttons on it that I showed in the other video last week, those are nice too, because then you can just pull that over and it adds an extra layer of protection. You can wear even better hats than this. I like this hat because it matched my outfit. So then if I wanted to keep it on all day, or if I had to be in and out a lot at work, I can just keep that on. But I do have other knit hats with linings and all of that business that I would normally wear pulled down to about there. So with the hats pulled down to there, scarves or neck cozies or other things up to here, all people really see is this here. But so being prepared for the weather, with it being the way that it is and how difficult it was for me to get home today, and this is day 1 of snow emergency. Again, we go through this process: day 1, day 2, day 3. First day, there is no parking on the snow emergency routes, and there's signs. That's how we do it in Minnesota. Just like there's some states that have signs that say no standing, which I never really understood. But, I guess it means no having your vehicle staying in that one place, But here we have snow emergency routes. Purpose of that is to keep the flow of the traffic going. We have lots of plows. We have space. Those snow emergency routes, day 1, those are plowed up. So any car that's on those snow emergency routes on that day 1 cannot be on that street. They will get a ticket, even if the person tears up the ticket, throws it away, says that they never got it and that it blew away in the wind or whatever. That ticket will still be on file. They still don't have to pay that ticket. And not only will they have that ticket, but a tow truck will come along, hook them up, give them a nice little ride to where they can stay in the impound lot until the person comes showing their proof of insurance, that pay that ticket, they pay the tow fee, they pay the impound fee, and the impound fee increases daily. And then they have to go through that whole circus of riding in that little bus, going around in the impound lot to try to find their vehicle. It can take half a day or more. I only had that happen once, and once was enough. But, like I'm saying, no parking on those snow emergency routes on day 1. Day 2, no parking on the even side of the non-snow emergency routes. So wherever you park, look up at the buildings or the houses and see how those house numbers flow. If it's an even side of the street, you don't want to be there. You can park on the odd side where everybody's going to be. Day 3, no parking on the odd side of the non-snow emergency route. By the time you get through day 3, they've got the streets cleaned up pretty good and people are flowing with the traffic again. What things to keep in your car? Here's a quick reminder. You want to keep some water. And I know having water in your car in the winter in Minnesota sounds kind of silly, but people need to drink more water anyway. Let's keep it real. That's one of the things that I learned with this 4-month challenge we just went through. That even as good as I was doing with the food and the nutrition, the one thing my doctor had to say to me yesterday was, you need to be drinking more water. He's looking at all my test results and he's like, oh, everything's perfect. But you see that number there? That's because you're not drinking enough water. And, I had met a man a couple of years ago in the global market who was blind, and he talked about the importance of drinking water and the impact that him not drinking water had on his health and his vision and everything. And I'll try to see if I can find that video, but I've got so many videos out there. If I can find it, I'll link to it. Otherwise, I might try to invite him on to do a live video chat with me sometime. So, having some water. I just carry me some water with me when I go. You can have bottled water from the dollar store. You could have it from Target, Kmart, Kroger, Cub Foods, Food Lion, Piggly Wiggly, on Walgreens, Walmart, CVS. It doesn't matter. Just have you some water. Even if you have like some reusable bottles, fill it with some water, put that lid on there nice and tight, carry it in a bag so you have something with you. carry some kind of little snack or something, whether it be like some granola or cookies or something, some sort of nutritious. I know cookie doesn't sound very nutritious, but if you're in a rush and you're trying to get out the door, you need to have something that you can carry with you, because you end up getting stuck somewhere, you're going to need something that's going to be able to give you some energy. I used to carry like Snicker bars and stuff, but because I'm trying to be more healthy in the things that I take with me, I might carry like a little package of nuts or grains or whatever, those kinds of things, or crackers or whatever. You want to have, number 3, a shovel. It doesn't have to be like a big dig in the grave shovel. You can get a snow shovel that's a regular size or a smaller size. They sell them online. They sell them through Amazon and Walmart and Target and all those places. Or you can go to the hardware store. You can go almost anywhere. Get a shovel. Put it in the trunk of the car. You're going to need it, especially if you live here. Number 4. Fourth thing that's important, having a window scraper, because hello, snow, rain, sleet, ice, hail, you're going to need something to chuck away at that stuff so that you can have clear view in the front and the back and on your little side mirrors. Number 5, a snow brush. You might get one that's a brush on one side and a scraper on the other side. What I did was I got the box kit off Amazon, and no, I'm getting paid by Amazon. I'm not an Amazon affiliate. I'm just telling you, this is what I did and what worked for me. You can get this cute little box kit that has the shovel, the brush, the scraper, and it has a handle so that you can interconnect different things. So the shovel is on one thing with the handle, and then the other thing had the brush and the scraper, and it all came in a cute little package box. So that way I automatically have all those things together in the trunk. And it was less than $20, so it was worth the price. Number 5, a squeegee. You may not think that you need a squeegee, and maybe you don't need a squeegee, but being that I can go to the Dollar Tree and get one, and that's what I did. I have that squeegee, and if it's a light, powdery snow and not a big deal, there's nothing to be scraping away at. So why scrape if you don't have to scrape? And sometimes I don't want to just brush and miss certain areas. So if you have a squeegee and it's a light, powdery snow, whoop, whoop, you can just wipe those windows down, get in your car, and be ready. Number 6, a blanket. Blanket, to something to keep you warm. And there are even some YouTube commercials where they talking about the space blanket. I remember when the space blanket first came out back in the 70s, or at least I learned about it in the 70s. And they were making like sweatsuits that were made out of that metallic-y looking plasticky material, whatever. It is very practical, and it does keep you warm. It does kind of insulate you and keep the body temperature up. If you can get one of those, great. If you can't, get a piece of a blanket from somewhere. You can get a cheapie from the dollar store. I know I'm always the dollar store. You can get one that you have in your closet that's just old and worn out. You can get a bunch of t-shirts and sew them together and make yourself your own little quilt, just to have something in that time of emergency, so that you have something. If you're stuck and you can't go anywhere, you can at least pull that up on yourself and keep warm and safe. Number 7, kitty litter. And I know, you're probably thinking, what? And I know some people may just use salt, the salt that you use to clear up the sidewalks and all that. I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought a small bag of kitty litter, $1.25 worth of kitty litter, and I keep that package in the trunk of my car. It isn't like fancy smelling or anything. It's the cheap stuff. And you can get the cheap stuff in a larger sack size, but the whole thing is I got it specifically for my safety kit in the car so that if I get stuck somewhere, I can take handfuls of that and throw it down and have some kind of traction so I can get out of whatever slick spot I'm in, whether it be mud or ice and snow. You want to have something that's going to give you a little traction and help you get moving. So there you go. 7 things that you can have to help you in times like these. I hope that you're keeping warm where you are. I hope that you have what you need so that you can layer up. If you don't, start getting creative right now. Start looking around. What do you have? What can you use? What can you make? What can you repurpose so that it has more than one use? Especially if you're living in a tiny space, or some people are living in their vehicles. Some people are without homes at all right now. Time to get creative. Time to be careful and always have a plan, a communication plan. If you're traveling somewhere, let people know, hey, I'm going to such and such or so and so. I'll probably be there by this time or whatever, and I'll let you know when I make it to the destination safely. Just communicate so people know that you made it home. You don't want it to be that people are saying, I wonder what happened to Jimmy. Never did hear from him after he left to go to whatever place. Just communicate and say, hey, just checking in, let you know I made it home. Did everybody that left at the same time? Did we all make it? Is somebody stuck in a ditch? Should we be checking on you? Should we be contacting somebody? That's it for this video, and I'll be back talking to you again soon. Take care, stay warm, and really treat yourself good, especially on cold days like this. This is a hot cocoa day. I'm just saying. And it's a vegetable lasagna day. I'm just saying. I'm feeling some vegetable lasagna, but I don't think I have any cheese product. So I might not have that, but maybe I'll have some tortillas or something. I'll come up with something. But take care of yourself. Stay warm, stay safe, and stay prepared.